So Konami released more information about Silent Hill F. Well, kind of. They gave us a new trailer that had zero gameplay. It was a very pretty trailer, and supposedly it's running on Unreal Engine. There were moments in that trailer where I kind of thought maybe we were looking at stuff that was actually in-engine. It's kind of hard to tell if it wasn't just a totally pre-rendered trailer, but still, it looked cool. It looked like a cool psychological horror game, and the fact that it's set in 1960s Japan is very interesting. Honestly, that's refreshing. And that's what Silent Hill needs right now, refreshing. It needs something new and fresh because, yes, the Silent Hill 2 remake was not a disaster that we all thought it was going to be. It was actually a pretty good horror game. I still think the original is better, but overall, as far as remakes go, it's not a bad game. So, yeah, Silent Hill 2 remake was good, but I want something new. Okay, give me something new from this franchise that tells a new story, gives us some new things to be afraid of. You know what I mean? And honestly, survival horror games set in a Japanese setting is not something we get a lot of outside of Fatal Frame, and we haven't had a new Fatal Frame in a long, long time. So, like, there really hasn't been a whole lot of horror games set in a Japanese setting, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because some of the best survival horror games come from Japan, but are never actually set in Japan, which is pretty weird. So yeah, I love the setting. I love the fact that it's also set in the 60s, because that's an interesting thing. Nobody's going to have a smartphone or anything. It's like, okay, cool. Technology is scaled back. It's got more of an old-fashioned setting. That's neat. That's really, really neat. The fact that we got the writer from the anime series Higurashi, well, it was originally a visual novel, but it was adapted into an anime. But either way, great writer. Great writer. I've seen the anime. He's a good storyteller. He's good with horror. He's the kind of guy you want to write a Silent Hill story, to be honest. And again, I want a fresh story in the Silent Hill universe because, you know, Silent Hill 2 Remake, it was good, but it was also using material I've seen before. So it'll be nice to get something fresh. Now, again, it's disappointing that we didn't get any freaking gameplay. I know people are thinking, but it's Silent Hill. Gameplay's not important. It's like, yes, it is. It's a video game. The gameplay, it's going to have gameplay. I want to see gameplay. Now, don't get me wrong. Just like anybody else out there, I'm hoping it's the old school survival horror formula. Solve puzzles, pick up melee weapons, and bash things over the head. Please, no inventory management, because it's a Silent Hill game, and Silent Hill games shouldn't have inventory management. In fact, not all horror games need inventory management, damn it. Yes, Resident Evil does a good job with it, but not all horror games need inventory management. Thank you. So, yes, I'm hoping they don't screw up the formula. I'm hoping it's traditional old-school survival horror crap, no gimmicks, no bullshit. But we don't know yet. You know, we don't know what the gameplay is going to be like for this game. We do see the character pick up a lead pipe at one point. The main character, Hinako, we see her pick up a lead pipe, so it's like, okay, there's probably going to be melee combat, I would assume. But still, we don't see anything. Like, we don't see any actual gameplay. So it's like, man, I hope they don't, like, add any bad gimmicks or anything, or try to change the Silent Hill gameplay too much. But we don't know yet. I mean, you know, I'm just curious. I want to see what they're doing with the gameplay, because, hey, we have a very different setting. What else is going to be different? Is everything else going to be what we expect from Silent Hill? I don't know. And as for people who are mad or upset because, hey, it's called Silent Hill, it's supposed to be set in Silent Hill, oh, please. Silent Hill 4, going as far back as Silent Hill 4, The Room, which was made by the old team, wasn't even set in Silent Hill all the time. I mean, it's still tied pretty closely to Silent Hill in the story, but either way, I don't care if the game is actually set in Silent Hill. Look, if this turns out to be a great psychological horror game that's scary in the same way that a Silent Hill game is supposed to be, I don't care if it's set in a totally different place and uses the Silent Hill name. If it's a good horror game with psychological horror, I'm happy. But regardless, it is cool to have a female protagonist again. We haven't had a female protagonist in Silent Hill since Silent Hill 3. So that's actually cool. Even if you count the crappy ones that were made in the West, we haven't had a female character in a long time. So Hinako, yeah, she's our first babe in the Silent Hill universe, leading the story in quite some time. And yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool. What we saw of the trailer, at least thematically, we may not have seen gameplay, but at least the themes seemed creepy and compelling. Lots of cryptic dialogue that you would expect from Silent Hill. That seems very psychological. It looks creepy. We do get a glimpse of like a creepy monster. We do get. I like the idea of changing up the aesthetics of Silent Hill a little bit. Like instead of the rusty blood and metal that you're usually seeing in Silent Hill, they change it up. We've got like creepy crimson flowers popping up everywhere, like veins out of the walls and stuff. Like that's cool. That's interesting imagery. Like again, we got a little taste of that in the teaser a couple years back, but now we see a lot more of it in this trailer. And it's like, okay, I like the theme. I like the theme there. Like, it's still creepy, but in a very different way visually. And they are bringing back some Silent Hill regulars, like Akira Yamaoka will be doing a lot of the music still, which is a good thing. But having a good writer is important because, you know, at the end of the day, as interested as I am in seeing some actual gameplay soon, the storytelling is the most important part of a Silent Hill game. Like, you do want a good, memorable, creepy, psychological story that messes with your head and plays with your heart. You know, I want that. So, I'm very hopeful for this game, mostly because of the writer. Mostly because I know the writing is going to be very good. It could have one of the best stories in a Silent Hill game in a long time if this guy really delivers like he normally does. Ryukishi07, I think, is how you say his name, his writer handle. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. Silent Hill F looks cool, but damn it, Konami, you gotta show us more, man. Well, this was not enough information. They didn't give us enough. You know, they didn't reveal enough. I know the game has only been in development for the last, like, 2 or so years, so maybe it's a bit much to expect too much right now, but they did promise more updates, like they usually do in these kinds of announcements. So, like, hopefully we won't have to wait too much longer to get, like, a release date, because we didn't get that either, and some actual gameplay footage would be nice, you know? Yeah, I'm excited for Silent Hill F. It looks cool. It looks dope. I'm excited for Japanese Silent Hill. Bring it on. Give me something fresh in this series, you know? And until next time, you get to burning and live for the passion. Bye-bye.